All right, it's late. I'm going to try and go through this fast. So this is in the news again. The Galaxy's 2012 April Fool's uproar. Now it's interesting because they have a building with a Saturn in the background. So they're already telling you they already know. Man from the future arrested at CERN. Nowhere in this article does it mention the planet Saturn, yet that's what they have in the background. Okay? Now, true identity discovered. This story, people laughed at it. It's telling you the truth. Let's look at what CERN is. It's called the LHC. L is L, it's Saturn. H is a representation for the workings of light and particles in quantum physics. And C equals light. Remember, C is 3. So 33 is CC, remember? So, Future Man at the Large Collider. This was in 2011. But they're doing an update on the same guy in 2013. Don't you think it's a bit strange if the guy's a nut? Let's see. He said that blah blah, that limitless power and the elimination of poverty and Kit Kats for everyone. So everybody laughs and said, oh, this guy's a kook because he's saying Kit Kats. Why do you think he's saying that? Because here's the Kit Kat right here. It's the kitty cat. It's the cat. It's jumping through the 9. It's Saturn, the energy coming off of Saturn. Here it is here. It's the same cat. Here's the pole. You see? It's the same picture. It's the same thing as this. This woman spinning around a pole. What is she doing? She's creating energy. The guy's dicks are getting hard. She's creating energy. See the blue lights on top? It's always the same story. That's the kitty cat. Now, let's move on to something a little bit more. This is just showing you that symbol H shows you the fundamental physical constants in quantum mechanics. So you know that the LHC is. So here's a story. First of all, this should jump out and punch you in the face. LLOI, coal. Yeah? Or Eloi, coal. EL, Saturn. O, the Alpha and Omega. I, the 9 or the I, coal. It's black. A bizarrely dressed and undoubtedly intense young man claims to be from the not-so-distant future. He's traveled back to our time to prevent the controversial LHC from discovering the elusive, basically it's the God particle, tearing up the time-space continuum and destroying the universe as we know it. Luckily for science, the professionally neutral Swiss police forced arrest of Mr. Cole before he could enact his daring plan. Said plan centered on the nefarious plot to disrupt the project by stopping supplies of Mountain Dew to the center's vending machines. And everybody laughed and said, ha, he's talking about Kit Kats and Mountain Dew. Do you want to know what Mountain Dew represents? This is very famous from World War II. It's heavy water. You get it from mountains. You get it from mountains. It's got an extra ion in it. They use it for nuclear fission. They use it for nuclear fission. That's what it's used for. If you look right here, heavy water. Shows it right here. Is used for nuclear fission. Hang on, I'll grab you the other one. But look here. Heavy water. Zeb Laboratories. All water from this planet contains heavy water within salt water, fresh water, mountain water, or glacier water. That's why they said Mountain Dew. The vending machines. He was trying to... This is all code. They're trying to prevent it. So you got electric, you got power, you've got heavy water. Two things you need to make it, something go bang. This, you can go read about this yourself. Okay, but let's get back to the story. Mr. Cole was transported to the health facility in Geneva. That's a big word right there, where they said that he escaped. And notice they put in black letters, Ford, perfect. Ford, like the word Oxford, like the college. Ford means to push ahead. Like an Oxford is a crossing, where the ox would go ahead. right? So what's with the Geneva? Well, then we got to jump back a little bit in time and look at, let me find it. Here it is here. Ninth quatrain. Interesting, right? 44. Nostradamus. Leave Geneva, every last one of you. Saturn will be converted from gold to iron. Ray paws, which are positive ions, will exterminate all who oppose him. Before the coming, the sky will show signs. So there's a story being told there. So everything is dealing with time here. Nuclear fission. Okay? And then towards the end of the story it says, I have a theory as any Time Lord, okay, that's Saturn, worth his salt, knows all too well time is inherently cyclical, right? The circle, the cycle, the sickle. What will be will most likely be again and again and again. It's fractal. So rest assured, CERN fans, I'm sure we'll be hearing from Mr. Elio Cole again one of these days. And then he goes on with some smart-ass shit, okay? So it's not a silly story. It's a true story, except everybody made it out to be a joke. This and this and this is what this is. And this is just a miniature version of CERN. This is the arc. This is the sine wave. Here's your pillar. And here's a harp. And here's the cube. That's what this is. Here's the cube, which is the blue woman spinning around, creating energy. Here's the kitty cat, creating the energy. The 9 lives. You get it? It's all tied together. It's just one story. I got to go to bed. Have fun with it. Watch it a million times. It's only one story. And we should be so lucky that somebody would come back to the future to save our dumb ass.